Good evening, Mr. Nosler. How are you? How is your weekend going? I'm going to hazard a guess for all of us. It's a bit better than anyone in the government right now. Oh my. Let's not talk too much about that, though, I guess. How is your weekend going? How's it been? And I'm very sorry we're so late this evening. We did have a lovely time, admittedly. We went out for a big walk, funnily enough, coinciding just after the evening's political announcements, and said, well, heck with it, we're going for a walk. So we've ended up walking for absolutely miles and ended up getting in a lot later than we'd planned, but it was lovely. So you have my utmost apologies, but we were in the throes of fresh air and wonderful surroundings, so sort of lost track of time, really. But I trust you're keeping well. We'll get started in just a little bit. Just let the computer warm up. Let my poor old creaky bones settle into the chair. And as you'll have probably guessed, oh, hello, Alice. No, it's very kind of you to say hello. We were just saying to Mr. Nosler, we went off for a very, very big walk. So we've started a couple of hours later than we'd planned. So just a little relaxed, little chat and say hello. But have a lovely evening. I'm sure I'll speak to you very soon. Not sure which politics you're referring to. Certain aid of the government has decided to flout the rules on where you can go and when you can go, and certain political uproar is going on as he seems to have an amazing amount of defence from his various colleagues. But as it is, that we shall leave such things aside. It says we'll just leave this as otherwise we'll get me into the rant that I exploded into a few hours ago. Oh, goodness gracious me. I tell you what, because we started late, let's just get going. Let's get this loaded up and get ourselves cracking. Ooh. Don't recognise this music. Yes, don't go there. Yeah, Alice, quite agree. Let's leave that where it is. Ooh, unusual music for me, actually. How very trendy. And let's just skip past that intro. Maybe let's just get that background music paused off. And then we will get the game going. But yes, if you're not aware of what's going on politically speaking, Mr. Nosler, no bad thing, I would say. That's to be honest, I think I'd rather be in a state of blissful ignorance. But we're going to have another crack at this. That's assuming that the game capture works. There we go. Right. Now, where were we? Now, I think the last time we left this... Oh, it tells us. Day 11. Right. All City Hall employees awarded company cars for personal use. Small drug dealers invade... Do you think they mean small-time drug dealers? Or literally, they're small, as in not very tall? So let's find out. Let's go to work. Well, let's try to go to work. Come on. This car clearly takes 3 attempts on every occasion. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go... We haven't started yet. Goodness gracious. I don't know what the rest of the shifts are. I can see a couple of people are tired. Yes, fine. Okay, you can. Because you seem to be... they do seem to be completely useless, Middleton. They just run out of energy in a heartbeat. Right, anyway. We're on shift A. Shift A is not our best shift, as you can see by Birch's expression. So, for anyone, in fact, I can see, Mr. Nozzle, I think right now it's you and I for the moment, but if anybody drops in or watches this later, all this is we're a slightly bent cop, I think is the best way to put it. And we have to basically organise our department, send officers to A, B, and C. And we get a little background music. What do we think, Mr. Nozzle? Got any preference, or should we leave it off because it was quite loud last time? We've got a little... I'd say, you know what, it's late in the evening. Maybe we'll do Chopin for this time. Go on. I'm a fan of Chopin. Nice and gentle. Hopefully, I'm now watching the audio mixer just to see whether or not it deafens us. To be fair, I can barely hear that. Hang on. Just turn that up. Give me a shout if it's too quiet, Mr. Nosler. So, yes. Oh, hang on, we've got a trespassing. What's going on here? What's SWAT? Trespassing on the farm. Bill Buckler reports 2 unidentified men snuck into his farm and set fire to the barn. Blimey. As the call came in, the 2 criminals were attempting to gain entry into the house. That sounds pretty serious, actually. I think let's send Stovall. We'll send our big hitter. And then let's send... I think 2 of our mid-ranking ones. Off you go. So, hang on. Sale of stolen... Oh, hang on. We can do that one before the end of the day. That's for our investigator. So off they go. What's this request? Request approved. We can hire another officer. Super. Oh, hello. Right. Now that, if you take off the hat, that's the chap from Breaking Bad. I forgot his name. Oh, heavens, what is his name? Oh, come on, I know what his name is. Oh, heavens. Oh, how can I not know that? Oh, never mind. I must admit, I'm a bit confused by the labour market one, because, I mean, surely you're always going to hire the top one, aren't you? And maybe it will change when you start to know their political views. Maybe there's something coming in the works. But until now, thank you, Mr. Nosler. Walter White, of course it is. I'm going to give him to Shift A because we've got our chronically tired individual, so they can have an extra bod, I think. Middleton. We'll just have to see what we do about Middleton. They're not brilliant. So there we go. That's them. Something strange. Oh. Leaving work, Jack caught sight of a scarecrow with a dagger through its eye. The handle is engraved with the letter S. Okay. It's a bit grim. Okay, there we go. Off they go. So I suspect we're probably going to get another one in a second. There. How did I know? Ooh. There are no signs of the criminals near the house. The front door has been broken down and shadows... How does a shadow lurk, I wonder? I think we're going to shout. Because we know someone's trying to burn it down. The door's busted open. And we've got 3 of them. What do we think? My gut's saying hands up. What do you think, Mr. Nosler? Go for it, I think. Yeah. Come out with your hands up. There we go. Shout. Point guns at them. So quick now. Are they going to get back in time? No, they're not. Right, let's have you go back door. Well, I think I have a feeling, provided you didn't go through the front door quietly, I think we'd have been all right. So here we go, theft. We've got a drug addict attempting to hide an expensive bottle of liquor under his jacket. When he was caught, he began to throw a fit. I think, and again, I think 2, probably a good idea. Let's go, however, Robbins, and you can take Birch, I think. Birch might learn something. Right, okay, here we go. So we have our lead, Liam Neeson, who's going to make them regret something. So most of the time, Jin Yang even can be found in her restaurant. I have to send 2 officers and the lead. Ah, hang on. Oh, wait. Hang on. I need the other 3 to come back because I need to send 2 officers. Hurry up and come back. Come on. Maybe I need to buy them faster cars. We've got a bit of money. Wait a minute. Oh, hello. What? The Sands needs help. Jack, one of our new guys tried to... One of our new guys tried to rape our accountant. We locked him up in a hotel room, but he's threatening to hand the whole... Ooh. Well, it turns out we do need to placate them somewhat. You're exhausted. So let's just get you out, and Grant's going up. So off you go. And I've got everyone else back now. So I have to send 2 officers and the lead to do this. You can have our bottom 2, I think. Off you jolly well go. Ah, the theft is done. Did you do it? Yes. Well done. Well done, Birch. Birch is slowly and incrementally creeping towards competency. Very slowly indeed. Mafia assignment. Oh. We have something going down today at City Centre at 6:39. 1,000. They're going down at what they're paying me, but we do need a wagon. They want us to have a paddy wagon, I think. One dead officer already. Oh yes, that did not go well. God. No, I don't want any of them. There was an option somewhere. Where was it? Not Song, not Deputy Investigations. No, we could buy... Oh wait, hang on. It was City Hall, wasn't it? No? Hang on, there was something somewhere. I swear you could buy a wagon. Or am I going mad and imagining that? I thought you could. Shift B. The amazing Shift B. Oh, and we got another one. Hang on. Where have we got? Oh dear. This would actually tap us out completely. Assault with a deadly weapon. Parking lot. A woman reports she saw a skinhead attacking a dark-skinned valet, striking him around the legs, yelling, "I'll beat you till you're dead, freak." No shit. I'm going to do it. She believes she saw a pistol sticking out of the skinhead's belt. Well, believes is not the same as actually having it, but is that an indication of how many we need? We're a bit light on our numbers. Any thoughts from the guy? I'm thinking maybe 2. Just in case it turns out there really isn't the pressing need that we think. I'm thinking Robbins and Birch. Right. There's 2 of you. One. No, go on. Actually, we'll give you 3 because you 2 are coming. You're nearly back. Go deal with that. Right. No, right. We tried that. I have to wait 4 days. I swear there was a Fairs police station. No. Sands. Say 2. I've been too cautious, haven't I? Really. Okay. I think I have to wait a while before we can get another wagon. Oh, hang on. What happened here with the sale of the goods? Hey. I'm worried that he's going to get so good he's going to leave and just say I can... Oh, wow. Oh, there you go. We arrested everybody. So now we can go up to the next level. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh. Eliminate. So now we can finish. Right. Do you have the option to do other ones? Maybe you will in another... Eliminate the gang. Wow. Okay. So we've got a reward. Super. We'll have that, thank you. Into the coffers. go. Jack here. He's doing rather well. So keeping up the good work. Ooh. Although we do need to fix the bulb, I think. One more. Ooh. Uh-oh. Right, well, we've got more people we can send. But another just popped up there. I think I'm going to give them... if it's really serious, we'll give the top and the bottom send. Better be worth it. Oh, heck. Attempted murder. Oh, no. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Oh, no, I think I've interrupted that one that the... oh, no, the Mafia wanted me to ignore one, didn't they? Uh-oh. Is that this one? No, it's late. Oh, drat, I just sent reinforcements to the one that the Mafia wanted me to ignore. Right, we're going to deal with it. Just going to have to... You two do your best. Off you go. If needs be... Are any of them going to get back in time? No, they're all out. Oh, heck. I've run out of officers. I'm going to have to... Right, so it took 5 of you to take them down. Okay. Right. Oh, blimey. The man was just being placed on a stretcher when another shot rings out. This time the shooter finished the job. His firing position could not be determined, but the shots are clearly coming from one of the skyscrapers. All right. I think that's a bad option, because they're going to just be sat in the line of fire, aren't they? This is not attempted murder, this is murder, this is assassination. There's a coin flip. So actually, have I got a coin? I actually flip a coin, because it could be left or right. Do I have one of those, oh, what is it? Random number generator. Maybe we can just... I'll tell you what, if you can have a say here, Mr. Notter. What do you think? Do we go left? Do we go right? I don't think we should carefully watch, because I think we're just going to sort of risk being shot at, really. I'm leaning left. I don't know why. Actually, I have no idea why. I think Gut says left. Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear! Oh no! Maybe I should have watched the area. Samedy is down. We've got 9 seconds. Is anyone going to get back in time? I've got almost the whole department. Not a good day, that one. Oh dear, shift A. You've never seen Waffle. Hello, how are you? How's your weekend going? If you've never seen this game before, Mr. Notter and I we played it I think a week or two ago. It's a little slow in the cutscenes, but what it is essentially it's almost a sort of police admin game where we've just been fired. But we got 180 days, basically, to work out. And the Mafia seems to have its claws in us. City Hall's got its own agenda. And we've got officers like Birch, who are not all that competent. Unfortunately, we just lost Samedy. He was been shot by a sniper rifle, it seems. So we have to decide with each of these as we go along. Because it could be that this is not as serious as we think. So we've got attempted robbery. 8-year-old Kevin is at home alone, hiding under the bed. Unknown persons are gathered outside the apartment door. That to me sounds like a child and his imagination running wild. So I'm not going to send our best and brightest. It's maybe the famous last words. And yeah, so we started a bit late today. And we're going to do Overcooked tomorrow. And thank you again, Waffle. We're really looking forward to it. We went on a very long walk, longer than we'd planned. And we're getting so much fresh air that we sort of enjoying the scenery and lost track of time, really. So we're a few hours behind. Okay. Right. So it's not just someone thinking there are shadows outside the door. This really is a problem. Here we go. I'm going to send 2 of our best. Yeah, we're looking forward to it too, very much so. But I think because it was so late as well, we thought, well, let's give it a proper crack tomorrow. So the good Mrs. Owley is currently putting her feet up after the long walk. She's enjoying some of her vloggers from Korea. South Korea, of course, and we're just having a sort of a nice sit back and relax. Now, when these come through, we can see what's happened. So let's just have a look. There we go. So there was actually an offender. I nearly got that wrong. I thought that was someone had just watched Home Alone and thought there were monsters in the cupboard. But every time you succeed, you get a little plus, and their experience goes up. When they get above, I think 150, that's where we consider them competent. So Stovall's pretty good. Birch is not so good, and these guys are, average, above average, doing well. Now, unfortunately, I made a mistake, and the Mafia asked me to stay away from something that was happening at 6:39, and I completely forgot, and ended up sending pretty much the entire department to what was going on when they didn't want anyone there. So that was my mistake. So that has now ended our day. So we can just finish up. Unfortunately, we've lost an officer today. Not great. So, dead souls. What's this? Each of your employees receives a weekly salary. The ones who are still alive, anyway. But if you bury the paperwork, you can pull in some money from any deceased officers' salaries. So long as they're alive and healthy on paper, City Hall will keep printing perfectly healthy paychecks. Wow. Okay. Well, what do we think, folks? We are a questionable character in this game. We're not morally brilliant, because we are accepting money from the Mafia. We are, from time to time, placating City Hall. Although they did ask me at one point to fire all my my black officers, and that was what came through. Fire all your black officers, and I refused. I also refused to break up a feminist protest, and that annoyed them a great deal. So, we've got a bit of a balancing act. If I'm playing this as I would do, honestly, I would simply declare them dead. The putting myself in the mindset of corrupt Jack here says, well, is anyone going to mind if you're in the morgue? Do you know what? However, we did just break up a big criminal gang and got $20,000. I think poor chap shot in the line of fire. Let's just play that one straight, I think. And we have got Liam Neeson here, who is going to make someone regret something. Possibly me, if I don't let him have some sleep, because he's exhausted. So let's... And, of course, we've got Frankie Boyle. Don't know why. So let's finish the day there. Oh. Doesn't look like he's doing so well.
In my new role as corrupt official, I had to give up some of my favorite habits. I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing. But my weekly visit to the old Colony Club was more like tradition. One night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine, all mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored. And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals. When you're about to roll out of the club, you need to take a deep breath and count to 100. If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time, I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
Who's this?
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the alley at the old Colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party. My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut.
Who has a
That's how the
sassy strut
newspaper
these days?
described Vickers Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal
What is a
underworld.
sassy strut? Maybe he'll
He
show us.
appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime. He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power. He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas. But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters. Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Oh, you know my name. I'm flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners. Like they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this. Don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
Oh, you exaggerate. But is Freeburg always so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn and look around. But I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners. After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers. This city of yours moves so fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines.
That's a
all
very
over
short phone
again.
number.
You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell, I'm a little stoned right now. It's the only way to live in this place.
Who is this man?
I like
With
your
his
city, Jack.
my phone number
I'm
is
here to
327. Very long
Phone number
cutscenes
written
these.
on my arm, I probably wouldn't have remembered the conversation in the morning. But there was no reason to worry. I'd be getting a reminder soon.
Yes, that's something that we reflected on last time, Waffle, when Mr. Norton and I were just testing this for the first time. Those cutscenes are very, very long. Surprisingly long, actually. But there you go. Look, you can see as you play the game, certain things will update. So that was us. We arrested all the red masks. We didn't do that. We're not helping any farmers. Don't think that was us. Maybe it was. Oh no! Oh, blimey! Another cutscene. Do you remember the phone conversation? He's got the phone number. Mild green fairy liquid
My
in the
morning
background.
ritual was plagued by the smell of Vickers Varga's fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vickers was right there in my living room. When I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never.
That's an odd threat, isn't it?
You the fruit guy? Excuse me? Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Are you the fruit
I
guy?
was here when I arrived.
Right.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine.
What is going on?
The
Oh,
morning
is this the
seemed
mafia?
surreal, and I took in the magic. Why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real. The sound of the engine was real. The dust was real enough, too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles.
Ah,
I guess I'm just lucky.
I think we're being pulled in to be kneecapped. Not a fan of his internal decor. That's a nice boat.
I didn't know you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child. Took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment.
Say something with these
Let's
cutscenes.
say
You don't
what
half
deer,
need patience.
you
Come
know,
on.
You deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack, but not like you, oh, Jack.
I quite agree, Mr. Nusley. Is there
I
a
don't
button to say,
understand.
Oh,
can I
come
ask
on,
you to get to
Jack.
the point, Mr.
I
Mafia
know
Man?
about the 500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully
What
multiplied
is
for
he
decades.
talking about?
But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
Look, I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war.
It's a good way
falls
out,
every
Lynn. Just, oh,
generation.
quick, sorry. The phone's
My
ringing.
grandfather
What
drove
was
out
that?
the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster, Maurice Bell, when he was a sprightly 30. At 69...
And I hope you're well,
think
Lynn.
my
Welcome
war
in.
passed me
Hope you're having a
over.
good weekend.
But my time has come at last. Tomorrow Vicus Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
So, we're talking about Varga now.
And his
I don't know who
sassy
he
stride.
thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose.
Going to
no.
war with
I don't even
sass.
know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
He thinks you've
I
all
guess
got
it means
scurvy.
whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
I'm late for work, Mr. Sand.
You know, Jack, I could just give you $500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack. And I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it. And call me.
Thankfully, Nolan, you've joined us at one of the cutscenes, which is the only downfall we've all so far noted from this game, is they are extraordinarily long. Longer than I think most games of this kind of genre that I've seen. They just take for... Oh my god, it's not finished yet.
Like I said, it's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits.
Yes, just bear with it. We'll get to the actual point of the game in a moment. I'll tell you what it's all about.
Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
So, oh, blimey. Have you tried Beat Cop? I haven't tried Beat Cop. Is that going to be... Is that similar to a dance game? Or is that literally you play as a beat cop and you're on the beat? So here we